So old BB, old Netanyahu, he's at it again. Old BB, what's Netanyahu doing? He's cutting the grass. That's what killing Palestinians is to Netanyahu. Old BB thinks that murdering a bunch of Palestinians is just cutting the grass, just a routine, something you got to do every 5 or 6 years. So Palestine, oh, Palestine. Palestine is the oppressed. Israel is the oppressor. They count every single calorie. There's border, there's checkpoints, and you got to go through the, what are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to tell me? Israel is clearly the oppressor, terrorist, criminal motherfuckers. It's clear that Israel are the terrorist, criminal, oppressor motherfuckers. And the apartheid of Palestine is so clear and obvious to anybody who's got eyeballs and just takes a minute, takes a second to look at the situation and think about it for a second. Over the past 2 days, 29 Palestinian children were injured in East Jerusalem, including in the Old City in the Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood. So in the Old City, in the Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood, 29 Palestinian kids were injured. 8 Palestinian children were meanwhile arrested. This is May 9th, 2021, 2 days ago. A 1-year-old toddler was among those injured. Hey, America, what did that 1-year-old toddler ever do to you? Why are you hurting these Palestinians? Can you not stop your fucking selves? Your pit bull is attacking innocent people. Can you stop? Hey, America, can you stop your pit bull from killing innocent people? Hey, America, how come your solution, you have a 2-state solution, right, America? So if you believe in a 2-state solution and Israel keeps on taking land out of Palestine with the settlers keep on building new houses, keep on stealing fucking land, how's that a 2-state solution? Palestine, you stay on your side. Israel, you stay on your side. Palestine staying on their side. It's Israel that keeps on stealing. It's Israel that keeps on encroaching. It's Israel that keeps on annexing and imperializing and colonizing and stealing shit that ain't theirs. 1-year-old toddler. What the fuck did that 1-year-old toddler ever do to you, America? Don't pretend like you give them billions of dollars. America, you give them billions of dollars. You also protect them with your United Nations veto. You give them covers. You give them protection. Not to mention outright fucking military money, weapons, protection. What the fuck don't you give? If anything, Israel controls America. Israel, you're going to get American dollars no matter what. Meanwhile, there's poor, there's homeless, there's people without health care here. Israel's got health care. We don't even take care of our own people. Why? Because we got to take care of all the Israels around the world with the foreign aid. Some children were taken for treatment at hospitals with injuries in the head and the spine. This comes amid reports that nearly 300 people were injured in the area. UNICEF received reports that ambulances were restricted from arriving on location to assist and evacuate the injured, and that an on-site clinic was reportedly hit and searched. So Israel are clearly the oppressor, terrorist, criminal motherfuckers. It's clear that Israel, there's an apartheid. There's a top-down hierarchy. If you're a Palestinian, then you're a second-class citizen. If you're a Palestinian, you apply for a permit to get your house built, and they say no, so you can't build a house. But Israel, they don't have to get a permit or shit. They just got some court to say it was okay, so now they go in there and they build whatever fucking house that they want to, because they say it's their land. Well, what do you mean? What the fuck? So Palestinian says, hey, I'm going to build a house on my land, and Israel says no. And then Israeli says, I'm going to build a house on Palestinian land, and guess what? Israel says, okay, go ahead, do that. So there's no mechanism for Palestinians to stand up and defend themselves. Also, I heard every single calorie is counted. You only want to give the Palestinian enough food so that way you don't want them to get big and strong, just sustenance, just bare survival. So Israel's counting every single piece of food. Every single piece of food that goes into Palestine. There's checkpoints. I don't even see how anybody could tell me that the Palestinians are not the oppressed. I don't see how you cannot see it. I don't see it. There's racism. There's religion. You might say clash of civilizations, but what you cannot say is that Israel has welcomed the Palestinians, treat them with, equal human rights. The Palestinians, their rights are respected. You can't say any of those things. UNICEF urges Israeli authorities to refrain from using violence against children and release all those children detained. The detention of children as a last resort should be used for the shortest time possible. There's been many injuries, right? Many injuries. 300 people have been injured. Now, I've seen several reports saying that there's, 12 killed, 17 killed, 21 killed, 24 killed, including 9 kids. So, what, 20, 24? I think we could say over 20 people have been killed. Over 20 people have been killed, including by Israeli airstrikes, and including 9 kids. Hey, America, what did those 9? You murdered 9 kids, America. Your bonds, your politics, your cover, your empire, your money, your tax dollars. You killed 9 kids. Why did you do that, America? Why would you support the oppressor, terrorist, criminal fucking regime? Why wouldn't you stand up for what's right? My God, all them 750 military bases in 150 countries, and your empire, you don't even know right from wrong. You don't even know right from wrong. And it's like, where have I seen this shit before? Where have I seen this? Let's see. A bunch of white people going in and stealing a bunch of land from the brown people saying that, who gives a shit about your rights? I've seen this TV show before. It's called U.S. History. 100 million Native Americans were genocided. So these are the first attacks since 2014. Netanyahu said he will respond very forcefully. So he's not even trying to hide his fucking aggressive. 2014, he killed, hundreds, maybe thousands of children with America's permission, right? UN veto power plus the billions of dollars we give Israel for their security, their universal health care, their welfare state. Meanwhile, you got domestic violence is on the rise. You got child abuse. America is okay with, if they're not abusing, if America isn't abusing kids, then they're killing them. Hey, America, stop abusing kids. Stop murdering kids. Stop murdering Palestinians. So, I don't know why the U.S. doesn't enforce its own two-state solution. Is the tail supposed to wag the dog? Is the pit bull supposed to tell the master what to do? Now, the pit bull wants to go around doing whatever the fuck it wants. We know what the pit bull wants. It wants to go piss and shit and bite, rape and murder, destroy. It wants to do whatever the hell it wants to do. And we're just going to say, well, America, tie your pit bull up. Tie your fucking pit bull up. Sometimes Israel helps American interests, but sometimes Israel just does whatever the fuck it wants for Israel. You remember during the Six-Day War? The Six-Day War in 1967, June 8th, Israel bombed the shit out of USS Liberty. That was an attack on a U.S. Naval Technical Research ship, an Israeli Air Force jet fighter aircraft, and Israeli Navy motor torpedo boats on June 8th, 1967. Well, that killed 34 Americans. 171 were injured. The ship was damaged. So Israel not only thinks they can kill Palestinians, but they think they can kill Americans too. And you know what we did? Nothing. They apologized. They said, oops, we didn't know. The USS Liberty, we didn't know that was yours. We didn't realize that American flag meant that was the United States of America. We thought it might have been pirates who were pretending to be America or something. Naval officers, seamen, 2 Marines, 1 civilian NSA employee, 34 Americans were killed by Israel in 1967, which only goes to show you that they can even kill Americans and there ain't shit. Nobody gonna do nothing. Israel killed Palestinians, Israel killed Americans, nobody's gonna do shit. The premier empire, because of our UN veto, because of our Security Council veto, and because of the billions of dollars that we give, and because of our empire, Benjamin Netanyahu, he's been the Prime Minister of Israel since 2009. That's a democracy. Hey, Israel. Hey, democracy of Israel. You got a dictator. He's been in power for 12 fucking years. That's an FDR. And actually, Netanyahu had already been prime minister for 3 years in 96 to 99. So that means that motherfucker's been in power for 15 years. Hey, Israel, you're being run by a dictator. You have a Putin that is running you. You are being run by a Putin. Netanyahu is the chairman of Likud, the National Liberal Movement. Liberal. He's 71 years of age. He was born 1949 in Tel Aviv, Yafo. So I don't know why it's so goddamn hard for, is it white people, is it humans, is it American? I don't know. I don't know why for some people, because there's people who can empathize, but there's some people that can't empathize at all. There's some people that are just empty black pits of despair. They're just an endless abyss, a black hole, emotional vampires. They're immoral, they're unethical, they are wicked. They have no conscience, they have no morality, they don't give a shit about other people because they have no inside, they have no soul. They have nothing to them. And since they got nothing to them, they get pleasure by hurting others. There's nothing to them. The only thing they can feel is their own pain or inflicting pain. I don't know why it's so goddamn hard to empathize with others, but if you don't know how to empathize with another person, you can't put yourself in another person's shoes. Oh my God, bruh, you got some major issues, bruh. So this is my challenge to America. Be different, America. Be different. Yeah, there's assholes, there's criminals, there's terrorists, criminal fucking pieces of shit all over the place. Don't support them. Don't be on their side, and don't become a terrorist, criminal, oppressor, fuck. Don't take pleasure in hurting others. Be different. Be different. We need more people that give a damn. Working class families who believe in solidarity and hard work. Treating each other right. And wanting us to do well. So yeah, Israel's at it again. 9 Palestinian kids, over 20 total have been killed. Over 20 Palestinians have been killed. Is this going to stop? Netanyahu doesn't seem like he's going to stop this at all. It happened yesterday, 2 days. It can't be ignored. So, this is me saying something. But the shit's got to stop. I'm fucking tired of supporting this shit. I'm tired of the world thinking that because the U.S. government fucking does all this bullshit it's not me. I wish my government wouldn't waste so much fucking money on, foreign adventures in general, but not the wicked ones. Hey America, let's go save the people. Let's be a good empire. Okay. Let's actually bring all our boys home and just take care of America, but since we're a goddamn empire, we're the policemen of the world, and apparently we're the fucking Derek Chauvins of the world. We'll just sit there and watch Israel kill Palestine and we don't do shit. We'll tell Palestine not to move and put a knee on the neck of Palestinians, and then 20 Palestinians are dead, including 9 Palestinian kids. It's no good, America. That's not good. America, that's terrible. You're the Derek Chauvin. You're the empire, and you don't realize and you don't know it, and you're the Derek Chauvin of the fucking world. Just watching as fucking shit happens. The Rwanda genocide right under our nose. There's trafficking, there's genocide, there's slavery. A lot of fucking crimes that's happening around the world. I think there's Azerbaijan. There's a genocide in Azerbaijan. Who's talking about that? So, we can go and rescue the people. We can be, we can be the heroes. Go in, but what we can't do, we can't go and be the fucking bad guys. We can't say Nelson Mandela is a terrorist and Osama bin Laden is the hero. We can't do that shit no more. Nelson Mandela is a fucking hero. Ronald Reagan, you're wrong. America, you're wrong. Nelson Mandela is a fucking legend. He's a hero. He's a fin. Bin Laden is the terrorist. Nelson Mandela is a freedom fighter. You want some spiritual guidance? Listen to Nelson Mandela. Don't listen to... Come on, world. Fuck. We can do better.